July update from the small holding, July 15. Piggies first. Hello. So as you can see, they're getting to a good old size. Let me see here. I can get a stroke on without being bitten, or if they scream and run away. That's a small one, but she's fine. They're looking great now, and this lot are really, really good fun. Very friendly, not that shy. Hopefully soon they'll be out to play in a big field, but then they'll be baking in November. It does look a bit dry in here, but it's been so wet in July, unbelievably so. The first 2 rows of potatoes are in the ploughed area that we did last month. They're showing, and then of course in this area next year we'll be putting in the second polytunnel. Hedging's going in as well to act as a windbreak. Using a mixture, we've got privet. Somebody bought us a maple, so that's gone in. Hopefully the wind won't destroy these things. And we've put a damson in at the end, and again it's just hopefully the wind won't destroy the new growth and the fruit, as we saw last year with our apple trees. But we'll come on to that shortly when we go and have a look in the orchard. We've had some bad news again since we were last on. We've lost the drake. The drake we think's been had by the fox. We've lost Jemima, the white duck, the oldest duck. But oh, there goes the rat. But the 2 ducklings are really coming on now. In fact, they're almost as big as the fully grown adult ducks. So we're down to 2 ducks now from 7 at the start of the year. We've got the 2 ducklings who we think are female. We're keeping them all in here at the moment we don't want to lose any more ducks, so we've put them all in the enclosure together. Plus the ducklings will get used to their the adult ducks earlier, and they're really enjoying the swimming pool. They've used that, so they've learned to swim. We've had a few disasters with the chickens as well. We've lost some more chickens. We've adopted 2. We think this one's a bantam because she's so small. We don't think it's a chick. We might be wrong. And we've adopted another black rock. We've adopted them today actually, so we're just keeping them away from the others, but they're buddies, these 2, which is good. Remarkably, even though we've had so much rain, the pond is dry. I didn't expect to see that this year, and as I say, because of the amount of rain that we have had. But it's a nice day today, that's why we thought we'd get out and do the update, because we've seen the forecast for tomorrow, and it's rain all day. So we're going to have a look round in the orchard and the Polytunnel. We've also lost one of our cats, Pussy Willow, did a disappearing act. We've searched high and low for the last couple of days. Most unlikely, unlike her, to disappear for any length of time, but it's a shame. It's a shame because they become part of the family and you do miss them. So all the carrots are out. Oh look, there's a pussycat. What are you doing there? So all the carrots are doing fine. We've been eating them, and just to show you, considering they are grown in tubs, they get to a fairly decent size. That's probably not the best example to show, but they're tasting. What's really nice about growing your own carrots, as soon as you pull them, you can smell them. You don't need to peel them, but they're great. So we've been enjoying those. The cauliflower's done really well. I'm picking them fairly early before the caterpillars get to them, but it's first year for growing cauliflower, and I'm quite pleased with the way it's gone. The gooseberries are just coming to the end, as the raspberries are just going to crop now through into the autumn months. But the gooseberries have been fantastic. In fact, all the soft fruit has been particularly good this year. We've had a bumper crop of strawberries. They've just come to an end this week, really, but they've been fantastic. Really pleased. I learnt from my mistake and moved them to a sunnier spot, enclosed them, and remembered why they were called strawberries. I put strawberries underneath them to stop the fruit rotting on the floor, on the soil. Corn's really shot up the last few days. We've been eating beetroot, continually planting the beetroot. Parsnips are looking really good. Tomatoes aren't doing fantastically well. We've had nothing yet. It is obviously bearing fruit, but we've had we have had better crops in previous years. Cucumbers too. So just what we've done is we've deep littered the asparagus bed, and I'll look at the deep litter, what the process is shortly. But it's excellent. Not only does it feed the plants, this is of course I said the asparagus bed. It not only feeds the plants, but it acts as a mulch and keeps the weeds off. And asparagus is a vegetable that doesn't like competition. I know we probably say this all the time, that you've got to keep your beds free of weed wherever possible, but certainly it's certainly true with the asparagus. Polytunnel. We've had to take the horseradish up. It was covered in caterpillars. Not sure how it got in or what laid, but the horseradish is gone. We've taken that up. New Zealand yams are doing well. Something that we've not grown before, but we'll definitely be growing again and are succeeding with is the celery. We've grown indoors and outdoors, but as you can see, it's really looking good. We've grown it indoors because we can crop that earlier than the outdoors, so the celery that we've got outdoor keeps into autumn time, but really pleased with that. The red cabbage, we've done exceptionally well again this year, and we've started eating it. The heads are really nice and firm now, and touch wood, this doesn't seem to be affected by caterpillar as much as perhaps the cauliflower or the Brussels sprouts or those sort of vegetables do. Maybe because it's more tightly compact, I don't know, but they can't get in perhaps, the bugs to lay their eggs. The Jerusalem artichoke we've left to go over now. We've got plenty of them, so we're just going to let those flower. Planting lettuce again, that'll just be continuous now. More celery at different stages. and the celeriac is just coming through now. And again, we'll start cropping that perhaps maybe late August, but certainly into September. And the butternut squash has just taken over effectively. Plenty of flowers like these on the squash, and obviously the flowers then. There are these. But we had the same last year. We had lots and lots of flowers again last year, but not as many veg or squashes as we expected. The melon's flowering, but as yet, I mean, we have bought a self-germinating variety, but as yet we haven't seen any fruit starting. Now we're getting a bit worried that we're already at the back end of July. Winter months are coming, and melon just won't like that. And both telly beans are looking good. They're just turning a red colour. Just a quick look in the orchard. It's really produced well this year. The raspberries we've been eating since last month. And of course we've planted lots of different varieties. The front ones here, the early summer, have finished fruiting now. We've eaten the fruit. We've got some here at the back, which are summer autumn. The apples are looking good. Apple trees are apples are looking really promising. No sign of diseases. And again, from where we were last year, we're really pleased with them. So we've got Braben, Cox, and a Nantuquethean apple, which is a special. You can hear the pigs. Cherry again, rubbish, absolute rubbish, no fruit at all. I even wonder if I've bought the right. I mean, they're self-pollinating. I just wonder if I've bought the right variety, because we're, third year failure now. Maybe they're not mature enough. And the pears, although it's growing really well, all the fruit got blown off in the wind. It did blossom, but unfortunately, whereas we did have pears last year, we're not going to get them this year. As I say, the gooseberries are just about finished now, but really pleased with the gooseberries. Deep litter, which we're just going on to now. There's some deep litter that we're using for compost, and as you can see, we've spread it around the bottom of the apple trees. We just put it on the raspberries, at the bottom of the raspberries, suppresses the weeds. So it's just a simple process, and it saves us a lot of time. We don't, it may sound wrong, but what we don't do is muck out the chickens, because we use the deep litter system. And all it is we keep adding shavings onto the bedding and give it a turn every once in a while. It absorbs the smell and the chicken mess, breaks it down, and what efficiently as well, it heats the coop for the chickens, which is really good. But it's a really good system. As I say, the stuff that we've just pulled out has been in there for over a year, and we've also had 0 red mite this year again, which is a bonus. We used diatomous earth on the chickens. We give them a good old dusting, effectively, in it through their feathers, and we also lay it on the perches in here, Oh, there we go. Hopefully they're laying some eggs. So that's it till next month. See you soon.